Hello, Brennan here. So today we're going to learn how to make inbound and outbound calls with the embedded Go High Level voice AI agent. Now, just a little disclaimer, as of January 5th of 25, the voice agent has not been authorized to make outbound calls by Go High Level. The reason for this is obviously this could become very problematic. I don't like spam calls. You could just imagine if a bunch of spammers were able to make AI outbound calls, it could get real bad. So if you're a spammer, stop the video now. Get it out of here. But if you're just a small business owner like me that wants to be more effective, move forward. Okay, a little bit about me. I'm Brennan Morrow. I live in Central Oregon, started multiple businesses that were service-based businesses in the area, Solar Light and Christmas Lights Factory. You can look us up. In both of these businesses, we brought light to people's lives and still do with Christmas Lights Factory. So I had to become very efficient in business and learned, go high level at a high level. Go say that. And started a business called Toa Tech, where we have focused on being the best at Go High Level we can be. So today, we're going to be going over a process that I just kind of worked out because we have some of our clients need to make outbound calls and inbound calls. However, our voice AI agent embedded in Go High Level isn't prepared for that. Now, there's a bunch of other voice AI agents, and we've used a ton of them or tested them. But the one in Go High Level is so easy to set up and so simple to use that learning how to cross-train it for an outbound call and trigger that was kind of a great idea. So let's get to it. So here, let me give you a little outline of what we're going to do. So first off, the preparations for this is you need a Go High Level account or be a sub account of, say, a company like Toa. Second, you need to already have a registered phone number. Okay, this is very critical. We don't want to mess around with that on the fly. Second, you're going to need some tools for script development. For one, that's going to be Google Docs or an alternative, and then Chat GPT or similar AI. Now, I've played with a lot of different AIs. You could probably do this in most of them at this point, but I'm just going to use Chat GPT because I'm best at that right now. Now, one of the other things you're going to want is the script template that should be attached. If this is on YouTube right now, you can just hit the attachment. You can also see that I have a Google Doc open up here, and we're going to be going to it. Okay, so the steps today, we're going to train the AI. Okay, that's our step number one. Get down to training the AI. Okay, so let's open up a fresh ChatGPT for this scenario. Okay, now, first step is we got to prep our AI unit so it kind of knows what we're going to do. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to prep it and just guide it right from the start, okay? So we'll work on a script and guidance for a voice AI to answer calls for Toa. Here's the plan. Learn about the company, quiz the AI on the company's products and services, review and modify the template script to fit the company's offerings. Let's start the research phase. Well, look at that. It already knows all about me. That's because I'm using ChatGPT 4.0, but I'm going to show you what we're going to do to train it. So first, I'm going to pull up the company websites. And you might have one website or multiple websites, depending, in funnels and all these sort of things. So I'm pulling up the primary websites here. So I'm going to go to this one. Going to come over here. Here's our first website, and there you go. Next, I'm going to then train it up on all the products and services we do. Here's our products and services. Now, we're focused for this company on the AI employee, the actual toolbox or Go High Level, and some other products and services and add-ons that we've built. So I'm going to train it up on all of these. And once I'm done with that, I'm going to have finished the research phase. I'm going to just get to it, save some time. Okay, so our chat's finishing up right now. Because he is 4.0, he already knew everything to do with this, or she. He's going to be a he later on, so we'll just go with he. Now I've cross-trained him on all our products and services, okay? So that's awesome. So now I'm going to say, now we are going to the quiz phase. Yes, I don't spell it right, and I'm not very good at that, so we'll just move on. Okay, who are the founders and owners? How much do things cost? Cool. Boom. Pulled up accurate info. This is all correct. Okay. What are the products and services? Yeah, there you have it. Cool. What are products and services? We'll ask that last question. Maybe I already did. Okay, at this point, it's dialed. We can trust it. That's what we're getting at. So our next step is we're going to move on to kind of step 3 here, which is the script development. Okay, we're going to tell it, great, we are moving on to script development. Here is a template. Please refine it for a bot named Hubert. That works for Toa. Awesomeness. Okay, so I'm going to go over here. I'm grabbing this one right here. This is the general template you should be able to find in there. Control A and Control C. And we're going to come over here, back to this guy. Bam, enter. Okay, now we just drop that whole little text blog in here and off it goes. Okay, well, Hubert's learning everything it needs to know. I'm going to come over here and start a new Google document. And this is going to be refined script. Okay, great. Now Hubert's all done here. So now I could read it here and quiz it, but I'm just going to go over here. I'm going to hit Control C. Awesome. I've copied it. Now I'm going to jump back over to the refined script Google document I just made and paste that script in there. Now I'm going to read it and I'm going to make any corrections I need to make. So for example, the first thing I see is as I'm going in here, it put the contact name kind of in a weird way. So we're going to format it so that we can call on the variable. Squirrelies there and contact first name. So great. Now we're going to call the contact's name in the script. Now I'm going to read through this whole thing, make sure that it's what I'm looking for, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so I've read through this and it's looking pretty good. Now I do want to tell you a little secret on ChatGPT. If you ever tell it, sell the hole, not the drill, man, it gets it real quick, right? It definitely gets any sort of thing you're trying to explain when you tell it that. So we've already told it all that. So now we have a script, okay? So once we've built the script, we're ready to get it and put it into Go High Level. So let's get to that phase. Okay, let's jump over to Go High Level. Now we're going to create a new agent in this case, and this was Hubert. All right, awesome. Better get a male voice. Now, these are very fun. Play with them. That guy's a freaking AI all the way. Try to get one that maybe isn't so AI. Okay, cool. Now, we can only choose inbound calls, hence the need for this video right now, right? Now, I ditched this, okay? Agent's initial message. I just clicky that, put a period there. Now, this makes a little bit of a glitch when making the inbound or outbound calls, but we'll roll with it. Now, next. Okay, details we might want to get from the person. Let's get their address, their name. Cool. Contacts issue. Why not? We can do all this. Or we can just hit switch to advanced mode. Way, way better. So in advanced mode, we have this prompt going here. And this is basically what we've taken our template, based it on, and refined it. So we're going to hit Control A, get all that, and Control V, pasting in Hubert's entire instructions. Okay. Now, at this point, we can do things like call transfer, right? Call for Brennan, and we can transfer it to my number. I'm going to cancel this just so everybody doesn't spam me that might watch this video. Okay, so we can have the calls get transferred. We can also send SMS. Now, in my final version, I send an SMS for a demo call to learn about the AI services, because that's what we're selling in this script. And it links back to our demo calendar. Just that simple. So instead of the AI agent trying to voice schedule a date and time, that never works very well. It always gets weird. We're having them sent right over here to the calendar. So jumping back over to our Go High Level account, we now have this, so we're going to hit next. Okay, now we're going to need to select a phone number for this. Now, both are already attached. Both my numbers that I have for this account are already attached to voice agents. So I'm not going to really be able to do much other than save it. Now, enable AI agent as a backup. I put it as the primary, not a backup. That's going to help us on the outbound calls. Then we're going to save. Okay, so there we have it. Hubert is ready to go. You can see him right there. Now, I actually have Jessica up here doing the very same technique I'm outlining here. Jessica's been scripted. I just have a couple other parts if we were to look at Jessica here. Okay, Jessica's actually not Jessica anymore. It's Christopher. I like that voice better. And the agent goals. Notice agent initial message here is period. That can get a little bit weird. You can play with this to make it a little better, but that'll work. And then we have call transfers and updating contact fields and sending that SMS message available here. We could also trigger workflows. In the same thing, we could be adding in queues that would trigger really cool workflows that could do some amazing stuff along the way. Okay, with this, we're going to save out of this stage. We're going over to Christopher as our AI, but no, Hubert was built just like Christopher. So now the next thing is we need to build our outbound call sequence that can be fired off. So let's go over to our workflows and do that. Before we jump over there, I do want to just take a jump to the business profile. Okay, so you've created a phone number. This phone number, your business phone number, needs to be the same as the voice agent. Okay, so this number here is the same as our business profile phone number. That's critical for our outbound calls. This thing is just a workaround until we get okay to do the outbound calls natively in the system. So let's move on with this. Okay, we've jumped over to workflows and we've created a workflow from a blank. That's where we're starting on this one. Now, our first thing is we're going to need a trigger to get this thing going, and we're going to trigger this by tag. Okay, we could also trigger this by a form. That would work very well. Now, after we do this step, we're going to come over here and make it tag add it. Okay. And in this case, I probably already have one outbound. Okay, yeah, I did. So like outbound AI call. I also have a second condition. So you can make multiple conditions up at the top of the script, this outbound AI call or outbound AI call when passed by the website. So if the website passes the chat to this, I can make a workflow that triggers on that trigger. We're going to go like that. Cool. Next step. In our next step, we're going to do a call. So this feature, I've struggled with this feature for a long time, back and forth, but in this case, it's kind of a neat way to do this. The reason why I struggle with this is that I can trigger outbound calls, but so many clients, they don't answer the phone. So then it just makes a mess because it then tries to call the customer sometimes and randomly, and it just turns into a mess. Now with a voice AI agent that always answers the call, we're golden. So what we're going to do here is we're going to say outbound call. Okay. And then we're going to give it 60 seconds and we're going to save. Then we're going to come here and we're going to remove that tag, which was outbound call. So contact tag was created, right? This could be added for any amounts of reason, but for testing purposes, very easy. We could also have a form triggers this, and then an outbound call, and then remove the tag. So it's just that easy. I mean, this is not a complicated workflow at all, but there's a key here. Whisper message. This is very, very key. And then if we jump over to our script here, the refined script, you'll note in the greetings for outbound calls labeled outbound calls, Hubert waits silently for customer to answer. Once answered, this is what he says. Okay, cool. For inbound calls, do this. Now, we can have multiple outbound calls, so I'm going to go show you what that looks like. Okay, so in this version of the same thing, I put a note up here and I say, if a call immediately starts with a whisper message, outbound call for AI, it's outbound call. If call immediately starts with this website chat, Brennan's clone, and has you to call this person, use the Brennan's clone start. Then I lay out the greetings, and then we go on from that. We could rinse and repeat this by laying out the whisper message that starts, and this will allow the bot to get to it. Note, I found that if you make the whisper message a longer, crazy thing, that works better, right? So the website chat, Brennan's clone, has you to call this person, not even said very correctly, but doesn't matter. This here, way better than just outbound call for AI. This is almost too short, and the AI barely catches it because it's right at the start of the message. This message seems to be a little bit better. It seems to match up, but that's the little details. Okay, now that we've gotten here, okay, the next step for us is trigger test and break and fix. That's what we got to focus on next. So trigger test, break fix. What do? We're going to come over to our agents and we're going to trigger some outbound sequences. So we're jumping over to the contact area, and in this case, I'm searching out myself for the test contact. Now, we're going to hit outbound call AI. Now I'm going to trigger it by adding the tag, and now it's going to call me. So I got my phone right here, and hopefully you guys can hear it over the headphones here, and we'll have a little interaction with the bot once he calls. Now, it sometimes takes a minute for the outbound call to connect and then get to me. Okay, here it is. It's ringing on this end, so let's try it. Hello, this is Brennan speaking.
Make a difference for you. Hi, Brandon. Great to connect with you. Could I share how our Totoa AI employees can transform your business operation?
Yeah, that would be great. How can you transform my business operations?
Awesome. Our AI solutions can automate repetitive tasks, enhance customer engagement, and help you generate more leads. What's the biggest challenge you're facing right now? Is it saving time, improving customer engagement, or generating more leads?
Oh man, the biggest challenge is not getting enough leads. Right now, I pay Facebook about $12,000 a month, and I swear I'm just getting a bunch of weird leads from South Africa. I'm in America. I want American people to buy my software. Can you help me with that?
Absolutely, Brandon. Our Leads AI can help you target the right audience more effectively. We focus on finding your ideal customers, so you're not wasting resources on irrelevant leads. Would you be interested in a quick demo to see how it works?
Sure, a demo. I could do that.
I will text you over a demo calendar to book a slot. Great. I sent you a link to our demo calendar. You can pick a time that works best for you. Looking forward to showing you how we can help boost your leads with the right audience.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Brandon. If you have any questions before the demo, feel free to reach out. Have a fantastic day.
Oh, wait a sec. Could you just connect me to Brennan? I hear he works for you, and he's a pretty cool guy. He makes really great videos, although they're freaking long.
I will forward you to Brennan's mobile. Just a heads up, he's often consumed with.
Okay, and then it called me. So we'll just move on with that. That was kind of what I was going for there. So the AI is now tested. Now I would fix this over and over again. For example, in some cases, the bot has actually sent me over the text message. In this case, it did not send me the text message. Not sure why. So I'd go break, fix, and get all the little details done. But then you have a voice AI that both can make an outbound call and an inbound call. This can be a pretty powerful tool because you can put this in a workflow. And here's the amazing thing: this AI will call within seconds of the person filling out the form or whatever you need it to do. Like he'll do it right away. No employee does that, right? You can have them set 45 seconds after the person fills out the form, give them a call. Wow, that's pretty cool. So with any luck, this video has helped you to be able to see how you can take the Go High Level voice agent and prep him to both make inbound and outbound calls for you. Have a great day.